push through, that's the way you reload. Hurdles get bigger as you walk that road. Better get tougher, get stuck and fold. Ask myself daily, what's the top thing now? Oprah got demoted, then she flipped that crown. Roy, you got small, make the world bow down. Every job is a throne if you shut it all down. Some days feel heavy, but I still grind out. Get dropped in the pain, but I still climb out. Impossible loud, but I mute that doubt. Champ keep moving even when they wiped out. My efforts all clearer than my mouth ever could. Give less than your max and you misunderstood. Show me what you think of me, show me if you would. Effort is the language of the brave and the good. Kids learn fast, mine's more like clay. Teach big early, let them shock your day. Underestimate them and they drift away. Lift them higher and they carve their way. People watch you close even when they clown. Eyes on your steps when you moving through town. Let your life be the reason that they switch that frown. Light in the dark and the light comes down. Impossible, possible, depends on grind. Determination flip fade like a baseline bind. Work to improve, don't showboat shine. Showcase later when your mountains climb. New York toughness in a packed crowd roar. If that's your only world, then you learn to soar. Hard moments hit different, but they build your core. So chase the hardest days till you can't no more. Yeah.
Captain badge on my chest, but I'll hand it off quick. If my teammate needs that title just to play like a pick. Real leaders hoop in silence, still clutch when it counts. I don't fear big moments, I'll rise when they mount. No thinking consequences, only aiming for the net. Big shots fall cleaner when your mind stays set. Some treat hoops like breathing, obsession in their bones. Others chase balance so they don't burn down their homes. Kids learn from examples more than anything said. Strong parents build giants by the path that they tread. Weak habits passed down while strong habits take root. Daily choices shape futures like perfecting your shooting route. Risking little costs more than risking it all. Edison vibes turn, setbacks into calls. Low walk thinking is settling, how y'all thinking is trust? Shoot your dreams upward so they drop where they must. Practice form lying down, one arm near the rim. Muscle memory wins games more than hype in the gym. Game film shows the truth, slow played on the screen. Fix two flaws, keep two strengths, stay mentally clean. School of basketball, both matter the same. You cannot go D1 if you short at the game. Hard work cannot end, it has to become who you are. Discipline turns a role play into someone they start.
Yo, mic check, mic check. What up, what up? John Sanders here with Limitless Hoops. Yo, what's going on? All right, I think I got my earphones fixed. I just had to get like a different size thing and do is. I'm starting I think I got weird ears. I don't know. But anyways, if you were here for yesterday's show, you saw me messing with my ears a lot. I was not picking my ears, okay? I'm not that nasty. That's not what I was doing, okay? Got that? Don't just tell everyone that's so weird. All right, anyways, let's begin. We have today's stuff is practice stuff. We'll be going over a lot of zone things today. Zone is when you don't really have like a man guarding you. It's like everyone's just guarding like an area. And a lot of times, especially for young kids, it's what they do to slow you down because they think that you can't shoot from deep, which most of you guys can't, at least not reliably. And another thing that is very bad about playing a zone is you give up offensive rebounds, and a lot of teams are just aren't aggressive. So it's a very easy way to beat someone, and a lot of teams think that they're doing something because they're figuring out ways to win. All right, we don't play zone in this program, but today we are, because one of the drills is us playing zone. And so that you can understand it in case your team ever happens to play zone. And there are correct ways to play zone. All right, so we're going to be talking about that as well. And basically, if your defense, our offense, isn't moving at all, you're just standing still, chances are a good team will be able to just kill you. Okay, so most zones are like 2-3 zone, just stand still. And yeah, it works against really bad teams, but then one day you play against really good teams, and you're like, well, when we get to that point, I guess we'll just learn how to play man. It's like, nope, you should have spent the last 5 years playing man. So it's just a very short-sighted way to do things. And I think the only really good teams at high levels should ever play zone. I don't think that should be for young teams. But since we're going to see it, we have to prepare for it. And that's what today's basically all about. Because I lumped all the zone things together. See, now this one's kind of coming out now. See? Oh, man, I don't have it perfected yet. Oh, come on, ears. Okay, I think it's good. Let's start off. I see Olivia in the comment section. I got Josias, what's up? And I see Adrian in the comment section as well. All right, what is the quote of the day? The quote of the day is little by little. Yes, we have a few quotes like this, which is like, a mountain won't move, but stones will, or something like that. All right, little by little. All right, someone just asked me today, how far behind was he? See, I'm still messing with things. I still have not figured this out. All right, it's getting better. All right, how far he was behind, and I was like, oh man, I think we can catch you up in like a year. And he was like, oh, I was thinking like 2 to 3 months. Change does not happen that fast, especially in terms of skill level stuff. So if you're thinking that you're going to magically become good in 2 months, it's just a lie. And that's actually why people will refuse to train you. So when you pay them money to join the program, they're going to refuse to train you. They will take your money, but they're just going to give you wins right now because they either don't know how to make you better, or they don't have the patience to make you better, or they think that you won't have the patience to become better. If you aim at something like years down the line, that's a dumb strategy for business because most people are not like that. But that's why in this lifetime, so many people struggle in life. That's why people rob places because they don't have like patience and like hard work ethic and things like that. That's why people like kill. It's why people, it's like the leading cause of like anxiety in life. It's why the world is bad. The world's good in many ways, but the ways that it's bad because of this thing. People chase instant gratification, and it's such a horrible thing. And most people just kind of like tend to that. They go, okay, you want to be good right now, right? Here's some candy, and here's a bad team to play. Good job. And then later on, you suck, and you're crying, and they're like, sorry. Either I didn't know, I didn't think that you could be patient, or I'm not patient. So for this one, little by little, you have to understand that you're going to try your hardest and only get better by that much. Then you're going to try your hardest again and only get better by that much. What's up, Gennaro? And what most people do with this is to your benefit, is they say, well, so I just am who I am. Because I'm not willing to work that hard for that much over and over and over again. So I just am what I am. Most people are content with what they are, and they want to be placed where they are, and then just write out their career and just be like average, or below average, or slightly above average, wherever they happen to be in the beginning. So because everyone's just chilling and coasting, that means if you go little by little, you will keep passing all these people because all those littles and all those littles and all those littles, they add up to something big. If you don't believe that, I don't know, try like, I don't know, try stealing $1 from a bank every single day for your life. After a while, they're going to be like, stop stealing our money, won't they? They won't just be like, it's just a little. It's just a little. We got millions. You can take $1. No, because they know that stuff adds up. They won't let you take $1. So for your life, add that $1. Add that $1 to your skill set and keep going and keep going and keep going. And realize it won't even show itself for like years. But when it does, people will come behind you and they'll say, can I catch you? Can I be like you? And you'll look at them and you'll say, no one can. Probably no one can, because you don't have the patience it takes to become me. I did, and I'm rare. So if you want to be that rare beast, I'm still messing with this stuff. If you want to be that rare beast, then make sure that you take pride in it and realize how amazing it is. Got it? All right. Here's a poll question for you. Poll question is,
top 5 shooters for you.
He's naming the top 5 shooters. Klay Thompson. And he said Steph Curry. Easy Steph Curry. All right, but then he also says, I think he says like Ray Allen in it. I don't think he names himself. Who would you name as like the top 5 shooters? So he said Curry, Steph Curry, Ray Allen. Who's his third one? Reggie Miller. That's a good choice too. Should he be naming himself? What do you guys think in the comment section? Who's left off this list? All right, let's see who else he names. Larry Bird is his 4th pick. Was it only the top 4 shooters or top 5? And Dirk Nowitzki, he said. Now, you think he didn't name himself just to be humble, or do you think he doesn't think he's in the top 5? What do you guys think? And who's missing from that list? Those are some amazing shooters. I don't think many people would even name Dirk Nowitzki personally. But I think Klay Thompson's shooting form is number 1, I'll tell you that much. Ray Allen's is nice too. All right, but that's a pretty good list. What do you guys think? Next up, we got this is the zone that I was talking about, all that work that we're going to be doing. I'll talk about a few of them right now. All right, I do want to talk about, so 5-on-5 zone defense. I think I have to talk about all these. I got to talk about, we can do clockwork passing. All right, and then offensive rebound tips. And that's +1. And then clockwork passing, what we will do in person. Zone cutting. Oh, man. I got to talk about so many of these. And then zone flex screens. I'll talk about that one as well. And then zone 1 or 2 guard front. All right, looks like I'm talking about 5 of them. Man. All right. Well, I will do that. I can do that right now. And I think all of them are going to be with the board. All right. So pay attention to this stuff. Watch it. If you can't understand my words sometimes, or like can't understand when you do it in person sometimes, look at the board right now, because we're talking about it. Okay. So first things first. Let me see this thing. Does this change anything? Like that? Okay, I'll make it bigger so we can see it. Okay, so it's just a half court. All right, so this is 5-on-5 zone defense. And I want to show you guys the defensive zone first. All right, the 5 is usually in the middle. He's right there. We're going to do a simple 2-3, okay? And the basic premise is that you stay matched up with the ball. Now, this gets kind of hard because they don't have to be in these exact spots. All right, they can be anywhere, but we have to kind of stay in our zone. Basically, this guy can move anywhere right here. This guy can move anywhere right here, so on and so forth. But as you notice, right away, if you get matched up here, he's kind of close to this guy. He can kind of be like in the middle, like right here. He can kind of watch that guy. Then this guy's to kind of step out. So instantly, it gets kind of hard. Now, if they pass the ball and everyone stands still, well, then you guys are good. And that's why I tell you guys on offense to cut. Because if this guy cuts and goes through, well, then what happens at that point in time? Obviously, this guy should get him, but then who gets him? And when does he get him? Well, this guy needs to get there, but then who gets this guy? Uh-oh. Now, it might be him, it might be this guy. You guys are going to be kind of confused just because of that one cut. So for a zone defense, if you're trying to do this, you have to realize when the guy leaves your area. Okay, so while we're here, we're in the right spots. As soon as he cuts, or if this guy, let's say he cuts, and he cuts through, this guy is gone. He's not guarding anyone. He has to tell the person next to him, I have nobody, and then pick up someone else. He can either bump this guy off or whatever. He can say, boom, I have your guy, go get someone else. And this guy, instead of going all the way through, he can say, oh, I have your guy, go get someone else. And that's why he can go right there. And that takes 3 levels of communication. All right, they could have also done it on the top side possibly, where he has this guy and he has this guy, then he goes right there. That could happen too, but you have to basically be on a string. And that's why the zones are very, very hard, because you just stand still and you let people shoot, but you have to watch where you are. So there are different types of zone as well. There's like a 2-3 zone, there's a 1-3-1 zone. Whatever the zone happens to be is a zone that you are in as your team. So we'll go over a few of them for practice, but just understand that it can look like this for a zone, where this guy has both corners possibly, all right, and then these guys will push each other down, but they basically will form different shapes, and they're just watching in their area. Zone defenses are good if you have to maybe collapse down on a big man and they really can't shoot that well, or maybe if you do just want to win a game and the other team isn't very good at that particular thing, like hitting shots or crashing the boards. But it's also just as a good disruptor, where they have their offense and they're running their offense, and then you are just in a zone randomly. And then they have to go, wait, what? Oh, switch everything. And then the next play, you're in a man again. So it can definitely work to your advantage. And if you are a good team, you should be hyperly moving on this zone, going everywhere on this zone. And if you're moving constantly, you're probably playing some good defense, if you're in the right spots, of course. But if your zone is just standing perfectly still, probably not. All right, let's go for another one. We're going with offensive rebound tips. All right, for offensive rebound tips, all right, well, we would play 5-on-5, and the offensive rebounder, if they just touch the ball, just a little bit of touch, all right, if they just graze the ball, it counts as a point. And why we do this is to help the defense, but also to help the offense. Okay, so as you guys are playing, I need you guys on every shot to really box out now. To really, really box out. You just don't count it as a sort of box out. I kind of had him, because if he touches the ball at all, it counts as a point. But on the flip side of everything, if that offensive player, he doesn't have to grab the ball. He just has to come close. Because I think that most people don't go for the rebound because they think that they have to go for the entire thing. Some people don't go for the rebound because they feel like if they got the rebound, what am I going to do with it? So this alleviates that issue, and it makes you guys hustle for it. So I think that this kind of scenario where you get +1 points for offensive rebounds will truly make everyone crash for the boards, because it's easy points. And if you bring that to a game, in an actual game, you will get so many rebounds because people aren't even going for the offensive boards. But defensively, if you can box them out to the point where they can't even graze the ball, they can't even touch it, you're really going to get some great defensive rebounds. So that's what we're doing there. All right, another one would be zone cutting. Now we just talked about it, but so zone cutting, if they're in a zone of any sort, 2-3, 1-3-1, whatever they happen to be, even a trap or something like that, okay, whatever they are in, you will infinitely help your offense out if you move, okay? So even just a cut like this, as soon as he dribbles over here, and everyone's kind of matched up. It's like, okay, I kind of got this guy, kind of got that guy, kind of got that guy. The moment that you cut, you're going to be disrupting everybody, because what they're supposed to do is bump each other off. Like, I got this guy, you got that guy, you got that guy, and they have to all talk. And most teams don't know that. Most teams don't know that you could push each other off like this, like that, as the guy's running through, as they're speaking out loud. Think about the times when you don't speak out loud on defense. Just by cutting like that. Now, if it happens to be a ball cut where this guy passes the ball and then he cuts through, he can cut anywhere to any of these open spots. He can cut right there. He can cut through. He can cut to the strong side corner possibly. And these guys have to watch that and talk about it, where he's like, okay, I got him. Now you got my guy. You got this guy. Just by cutting, you've caused chaos to their defense. And if you keep passing and cutting, pass and cut and then fill, and these guys on the inside even cut to open spots, I say every 3 seconds these guys should just switch with their hands up, set a screen for each other, back it up right here, flash like that. They can switch between this little triangle. There are different types of zone offenses, but this is ours. However, all of them include movement. All right, you pass the ball, you don't just stand still. You cut somewhere else so that this defense is forced to react. And if they keep doing it, then they're one of the best defensive people I've ever seen, because my college team couldn't do this that well. All right, being able to talk and bump each other off. So don't give them too much credit and think that they just solved you or whatever. And it's also kind of hard to pass the ball when you're young across the court and things like that. So you won't be able to see everyone. But by the time that you get older, you should be able to break any zone defense extremely easy. And one of the main rules is to cut. And while you're cutting, you can also set screens on the inside. So this guy has to be right there, and all of a sudden he's trying to get over your screen. He's trying to move past this screen, but then boom, you're open now. So it's like whatever he does is the wrong thing. So by cutting and screening, you guys can all get open. Next one, we have 2 more zone flex screens. All right, so if they are in a zone, all right, a flex screen is basically this red guy right here setting a screen on this guy, and he goes from here to there. That's just a flex cut. All right, it's usually a man-to-man offense, but you can set a flex screen in a zone, and it's actually really hard to play against because of what I said earlier, where he is trying to go through to this spot. Now, this defender has to follow him or stay. If he follows him, you're open. If he stays and you seal him in, that guy's open, and still maybe you're open. All right, just by that screen. So defensively, if we're in a zone, or what they should do if they're in a zone, is this. If you see somebody and you're on defense, the blue guy is here on defense. If he plays here, he can be sealed in. If he plays here, he can be screened in, and now this guy has a shot. So you're bad if it's on this side or this side. Well, what side should I go to, you say? You go to the top side and you straddle them. You don't allow them to go to this side or that side. So now you can play either side of it. You play on the top side. You don't let someone seal you in or screen on that side. So offensively, seal them in. Screen them on this side, either side. Defensively, play on the top side. So if he moves out, you're not in help side anymore. You're playing the top side of it. We also do the same thing with the man. If they happen to do a flex cut or anything like that, you want to play on the top side of the screen so you can play them on either side. All right, last one. We have zone 1 or 2 guard front. So if they're in a 2-3 zone, the real way to beat it is just to go to the opposite number or the opposite type of number. So right here, they are in an even front. This is 1, 2 people. All right, so that's a 2-1-3. So on offense, we want to go with 1 person in front. So if they go even, we go odd. And now they're instantly in trouble because it's like, who wants to guard me? And this guy goes, oh, I can't just give you that shot, so I guess I'll step up. Then you pass the ball to him. And now they're really in trouble because now he's out there, and if you cut through, who guards you? Maybe the 5-man is way out here guarding you, so you've already messed them up. All right, and the other way to see it would be if they were in a odd guard front. So if they have a 1-3-1 possibly, this could be a type of offense, but it's whatever the odd guard front is. Now, they are matched up directly with us. This is looking perfect. But if I just scoot over here and I make it an even guard front and put this guy up up here. And now we can have this guy just run the baseline. Now what do? He can't guard both of them. And they can just inch in. He has to pick one. And as soon as he picks one, now we can send that guy through like that, pass the ball to this guy as he steps. And in one pass, we've created a situation where once again, it's who guards this guy. Is it a big man? Is it a man who is really far away? Then who guards this guy? Well, it's this guy right here, but what if he sealed him in right there? He has all that room. So just with one cut, you can beat an entire defense if they're playing zone. All right? So that's everything right there. Hopefully you guys understood a little bit of that stuff. Now let's get to the trivia question. The trivia question today is coming back right after this commercial break. Oh, I'm doing it after the commercial break. Nah, I'll do it right now because we have very little time. The trivia question is, by way of Beirut, this NBA player was 9 points shy of scoring 10K for his career. Who is that player? I'll come back right after this commercial break.
My height projection was below 50%. My chances of playing college ball were slim to none. That's when my dad found true height. After seeing the clean ingredients, he knew it would give me the best chances for success. I grew 4 inches in 2 years and got called up to varsity as a freshman. I want other kids to know that you can overcome whatever obstacles are in front of you, but it takes hard work and dedication. Question is, how bad do you want it?
Good job, Noah. All right, by way of Beirut, this NBA player was 9 points shy of scoring 10K for his career. Is the question? No one answers it today. I'll ask it again next week. But good luck with the trivia question. That is the answer, man. Roni Cycli. I believe it's Roni. We have a Roni in our program. But that was Adrian with the answer. Great job, Roni Cycli. You can just look at on the scores list. But I'm sure you just Googled it, dude. Google. All right, moving on. But to finish really fast, what's up with Kawhi's hands? I'll tell you what's up. Same thing that was up with Michael Jordan's hands. If you have big hands, you have more control of the ball. Because you can't change your hand size though, you can do those squeezes that we do, those grip strengtheners that we do. That can help you like grip a ball one day. Having big hands is like having traction, like having big tires in Formula One racing. You have more control. That's why they can just dominate the game like that. It's amazing. But that's his hands compared to Kevin Durant's hands, which are already big. The Claw has enormous hands. Same with John Stockton. He had the same size hands as a 7-footer. It's crazy. All right. Next thing we got is, let's see, what is it? It's what you do in the dark that puts you in the light. Who's doing the homework? Josiah's 1-on-1 with 5 seconds. Nice job, Josiah. Kieran with the step-ups to shots, and Kieran with the 15 threes or more. Great job, Kieran, and great job, Josiah. To see you guys working. No one else today? Come on, guys. Then we got, he's talking about Charles Barkley in this, okay? All right. It's Kevin Johnson, who I've met.
Man, he did things at...
Talking about Charles Barkley saying at 6'3 and a half, 6'4, he goes, he dominated. Charles Barkley weighed 300 pounds in college and still dominated. He was dominating 7-footers. He was able to get rebounds. I know he's big. He has a big old booty, but he was killing and jumping, so athletic. Like, honestly, besides Michael Jordan, he might have been one of the best players in the 90s. Like, just no one ever gave him his props because, I mean, he's a silly guy. He's always mad, but, like, he was an amazing player. I know you guys see him today, and you're like, he's a goofball. He was unbelievable as a player. And Kevin Johnson said it was one of the worst things in his life that he never won him a championship, and he shouldn't be compared to people who haven't won championships because he's a champion. All right, but yeah, if you're gonna watch some Charles Barkley highlights, they are pretty good. What he did at a short height was just incredible. What he did. Anyways, let's watch the story of the day. Don't shift blame and pass the buck to others, even if you've done amazingly well and or others were truly at fault. You must creatively take as much of the blame as possible to grow as a leader, to calm tensions, and to possibly spread that trend throughout your team. And truthfully, there's always something more you could have done. What a great story that is. Yes, always take the blame. All right, because if you scored 49 points, you could have scored 50. All right, and no matter how bad someone does, you could have done your part better. You want to take the blame because the buck should stop there. It should be like, I'm the team leader, I'm the best player, I should do this. Or even if you're the worst player, I could have done something more. If everyone takes some blame, then that makes your team amazing. But if everyone points fingers, that makes your team lame. All right? And people don't want to play for those kinds of teams. But also, coaches don't want to coach you if you're always pointing fingers. All right? Take as much blame as you possibly can. Don't blame the referees. Don't blame the coaches. Take as much blame as you possibly can because you can always play better. And you should want to play better. It should be like, no, I know I scored 99 points, but I want to be able to score 100. And I'm sorry that we lost by 2. Like that. All right. So take as much blame as you possibly can because it's very endearing. I mean, people will trust you more if you're like, no, my bad. I got this. Like that. I'm not saying cry over everything. I'm saying just take the blame and then you deserve the credit. Because if you take the blame all the time, you say, this is my team. Now you can score 0 points and just be a team player and you guys win and they'll be like, that's because of you. You're a team player. Like that. And that was kind of my life growing up. People blame me for everything, even the good stuff. And I took it all. Like, they'll be like, you're amazing. I'm like, I didn't even score this game. They're like, dude, you're a passer, man. It's because of you. I'm like, was it? It's because I was willing to take the blame that I also got the credit. So if you want the credit, take the blame. All right, last thing is, freaking David Robinson. I don't know if you know who he is, but in the same week, he had 50 points, 9 rebounds, 6 blocks, 34 points, 10 rebounds, 9 assists. 25 points, 16 rebounds, 9 assists. This dude was a beast. Watch this guy. Blocked him. Give me that. Who's that? Michael Jordan? Nothing. All right. David Robinson was one of the most versatile bigs of all time. He's able to block so many things. I think he had like a quadruple double or maybe a quintuple double. I'm not sure. But this is him at 7-1. Going coast to coast, being able to do all that stuff. He's a very underrated player because Akeem Olajuwon was in his same generation. He got his butt kicked by Akeem a couple times, but he was a monster in his own right. He got MVP a year. He was amazing. So David the Admiral Robinson needs to be talked about. Left-handed, he was like smooth with it. So man, just don't forget about David Robinson. Just wanted to throw that out there. All right, he was an amazing player. He's able to do so much stuff. Look at that. This is back in the day too. Hezzy crossover. This is for a 7-1 guy. You talking about Wemby? What about this guy? All right, one more. Give me that. Anyways, that's all the time that I have. Don't forget. Well, let me see. One more. Avery Johnson, alley-oop. Got him! All right. Let's get out of here. All right, that's my time. Don't forget the quote of the day is little by little. I'll talk to you guys soon. Man, we almost spent the whole 30 minutes. Anyways, talk to y'all later, man. Cue that music so I can get out of here. Reese's Pieces, everyone.
When they slip, earn your fairness by your habits. Not your lip, lift weights, break down, let the comeback cook. Strength comes in healing, that's the part most overlooked. Losing shows character more than wins ever do. Shake hands, no excuses, then get back and improve. Worry is a rocking chair that never goes far. Focus on the work, on the form, on the bar. Treat your hobby like a major class taught by the game. Serious effort brings joy, regret never came. You walk to your dream, one failure at a time. Each step looks ugly, but the finish line shines. Foster your goals, believe through the noise. Focus so sharp, it cuts through your choice.